Hi everybody, here to show you how to go from your connecting claims to evidence planner to your actual paper. The planner is due Friday, December 13th, and the paper is due 1 week later, Friday, December 20th. So I wanted to speak for a minute about the expectations for the graded assignment, the paper. So I'm going ahead from our homepage on my plan and opening the assignment that's due next week. And inside that assignment, you've got the requirements. Your paper needs to be at least 4 developed and properly formatted paragraphs, at least 3 in-text references to outside sources, and an attached works cited page with a list of the sources that you used. Your work should, of course, be proofread and edited. And then please don't neglect to note that there's a highlighting guide. So I'm going to turn your work back to you if it's not highlighted. You're going to highlight your claim in blue, what you think is your best signal phrase in green, your strongest piece of evidence in yellow, and your call to action in red. So I'm going to open up the assignment. It gives me this Word doc to submit on. And this Word doc has highlighted and linked for you our original sources. These might be sources that you end up using in your works cited page and referencing throughout your paper, or maybe they're not. You might have found other ones. We've also got the link to the evidence organizer that you already should have completed. But what's new here is we've got these 2 different sets of outlines that you might choose for your essay. These ones in the gray are more structured to science. So since we're working within the science domain, I've included these. These are one set of ideas for how to structure your paper. The one that I'm choosing is generic argumentative essays, row A. I'm going to overview the issue and give my claim in my first paragraph. In my second paragraph, I'll expand on my first reason for that claim. In the third, I'll expand on my second reason for that claim. And then finally, in my final 4th paragraph, I'll offer my ideas for solutions, calls to action. When I'm working, for me, I'm going to keep this open in a smaller tab, and right next to it, I'm going to keep open my chart with all my evidence. I have this all filled out. I'm going to write myself reminders of what I need. I need 4 paragraphs. I need 3 citations. I need my works cited page. And then I need to complete the highlighting guide when I'm all done. I always do this at the top of my papers, and I'll just delete these lines as I finish them. I also like to make a quick outline. So I'm going to overview the issue. My claim, I can just copy and paste from my evidence planner. I ended up changing my claim a little bit to focus on the Michigan Forest to My Faucet program and how I think people across our nation and even across the globe could use it as a model. So that will be inside my first paragraph. Inside my second paragraph, I'm going to give reason 1, which for me is going to be that forests are so important to both air and water quality. And I have several pieces of evidence about that. I'm just going to copy and paste them into my outline, and then when I'm doing my paragraph, I'll connect it all with my transitions. My third paragraph will be my second reason, reason 2, and this is where I'm addressing my counterclaim that how are we going to affect, or why should we be caring about other countries? And what matters to me is that we're all affected. Like, for example, the Amazon, that's mostly in Brazil, but that's a huge carbon sponge for us. And so it's really important that we have a global effort to preserve forests. Because if one country does the work but another one does not, we're all going to be impacted negatively. And then in my fourth paragraph, I'll include my calls to action, like join your local watershed or forestry council, invite the DNR to your property, write your state legislator to let them know about the Michigan Forest to Faucet program. And of course, donate those dollars if you've got them. So just like that, I've got a nice outline of my paper, and I've also got a lot of it worded already because I was able to copy and paste these pieces of evidence from my chart, and I'll just have to do the work to connect them in the sentences. It's going to be really important, guys, that we're careful with our paragraphs, because I noticed that's a issue for us, is our papers are not really properly paragraphed yet, and people are writing in one big chunk. So that's definitely going to be a large part of how I'm grading, be using today and these outlines to think about